What's up? What's up, Leo? Welcome to your second week of December tarot reading. I am Tracy. I've been reading tarot for 22 years, and I'm excited to start bringing you these readings on YouTube. You can find me here at Spiritual Storyteller Podcast, and you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at Spiritual Storyteller Podcast. So excited to have you here. And if you have any specific questions for this reading, please make sure you put them in the comments. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Make sure you give me a follow, give this video a like. Not only does it help more beautiful souls like yourself to find this reading that may potentially have an impact on them or be their first introduction to this type of divination tool, but it helps support independent authors like myself that are reading from their own decks that you can also get on Etsy, on the TikTok shop. And so let's dive in to the Leo reading. I am your fellow Leo sister, July Leo, nonetheless. So I'm very excited to see what this divine week has in store for us, because I already know the astrology is going to be very impactful. Now, with that being said, let's start this reading by drawing a Celestial Kin Alien Oracle deck. And for whatever reason, this card is sticking out to me. So we're going to check it at the end of the reading. But first, we're going to do our tarot spread for the week and then use this oracle card as a beautiful confirmation as to whether or not the messages align. And more often than not, I find they do, which is a very beautiful thing. Absolutely love that for us. All right, guys. So that oracle card is off here to the side, but let's begin with our Hermes Master Alchemist Tarot deck. This deck was created by myself last year. It was just released this year, and this is the Celestial Kin Oracle deck as the sister deck. Again, all available in not only my TikTok shop, my Etsy shop, but a beautiful gift for family and friends and something to add to your collection. Now, we already have two cards coming out, one of them a personal favorite, so I'm excited to see what else comes through. I don't do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I'm a spiritual storyteller. I find that not only does tarot tell a story, it's not meant as a yes or no quick answer tool. It's not meant necessarily for a single card pull to tell you everything that you need to know, even though it may work beautifully that way. If you just have a quick question, short on time, want to just get a confirmation of something. But tarot tells you what you need, not what you want. Tarot is tapping in when you're being here, allowing me to enter this beautiful space, share this channel, share this frequency with you. And when you share it with others, it acts as a story, a way to deepen into not only the past, present, and future energy that is developing around you. That's why we always say, take what resonates, leave the rest. You may think, well, that doesn't pertain to me now, and then a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now, say, oh my gosh, that is exactly what was said to me, and I just had no idea. I didn't even realize it. Why is that? Because not only are we astrologically progressing forward and back, we are watching the movie of our lives truly in reverse. We're not just living it forward, we're watching it in reverse, which is why we feel Mandela effects, which is why we feel deja vus. So remember, this reading is meant for you if you're here to receive it, and it's a living record now of the energy that has come through on this beautiful week. It is December 8th, 2025. This can be a timeless reading if this stumbles across you at another time, another point in time, or you watch it back a year from now for that confirmation that we discussed. But remember, if something doesn't resonate with you, it's not because it's not the truth. You also have the choice to say, oh, hell no, I'm not embracing that energy. I'm going to make a change. And the energy that is in this tarot reading will change and realign with you. So really beautiful way to understand the tarot. And with that being said, guys, let's dive in. I'm super grateful to have you here today. And let's switch the camera focus and dive into this reading, starting with the first few cards. And I want to make sure you can see these cards. Let's switch my camera angle if it will allow me to. Give me one moment. Like I said, this is my first time attempting to do a more comprehensive YouTube reading. So bear with me. We're going to figure out what works best for us. And that's why I'm also open to your feedback as we grow this channel together. So the first two cards coming through are the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Now, if you've read tarot before or had a tarot reading, you know I absolutely love the Nine of Cups because it is the wish fulfillment card. Our wishes are coming true. But the card that came out first is going to be Two of Cups. This is Ariadne and her lover in King Minos's castle in the labyrinth in ancient Greece. Now, Two of Cups is water sign astrology. It's also the suit of emotional intelligence, the suit of intuition. So Ariadne is using her emotional intelligence. She's using her intuition to tell her lover that's come to find the Minotaur in her father's labyrinth, listen, I love you. I want to see you back here, but I've also seen so many other people go into this maze, into this labyrinth, this maze of the mind, truly, not necessarily a physical maze, but the maze of the mind, and never escape back out, never see the light at the end of the tunnel and make their way back out. So in order to get you back to me, I'm going to lend you this rope, and I am going to ask that you lay this rope down on your path so that you can find your way out, much like Hansel and Gretel used breadcrumbs in that old wives' tale, that old fairy tale that we all love so much from childhood. In a lot of suits, I think at least in each suit of this Hermes Master Alchemist Tarot deck, instead of using cups, I've used a rope to not only symbolize that sometimes as humans, we allow ourselves to be bound to things that no longer serve us, things that we need to release, things that we need to let go of. So you're going to see the rope in a lot of these suits of Hermes Master Alchemist deck, the Hermes Master Alchemist deck, and it's only in the suits that have the mortals in them. Why? Because the gods know that they're immortal. They are not bound to anything. They can swiftly change their energy if they so choose. So when you see the rope in any of the card readings that I do, know that that is your invitation as a mortal to say, what is being bound to me? What am I tying myself to that I no longer wish or desire to in this future spiral? So using your emotional intuition, using your intelligence, using that two energy, two in tarot also means partnership. How are you aligning yourself with other, creating these partnerships in the future so that you don't feel bound to them, but you use them as a way to find your way out of this maze of mind? Next, we have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So the other thing that I'm noticing, we're advancing from the 2 to the 9. Now you see lots of cups on the table. You see this beautiful golden table set with beautiful golden dishware. There's a feast ahead of us. We just got out of the Thanksgiving harvest feast season. And plus, my personal favorite, we've got some cats in this deck. Cats are beautiful spirit guides. They are watching over us. They're making sure to guide our path. And again, the Nine of Cups in tarot is the archetype of wish fulfillment. So how are you setting the table with those that you've partnered with so that you can enjoy these beautiful feasts, these treats that you have worked so hard to earn and deserve? Remembering that when there are challenges, right? When Eris throws you the golden apple at Peleus and Thetis's wedding on Mount Olympus, how are you then going to move forward and make sure that your wishes come true, even though there may still be obstacles in your path? Just because we're living a more divine, spiritually ascended life doesn't mean there's not still going to be challenges, trials, and tribulations in our future, but it means that as alchemists, as master alchemists like Hermes, we're learning to transmute these energies. We're learning how to sit with others at the feast and negotiate and navigate so that all of our wishes come true without having to sacrifice like we did in previous spirals, previous times in our life that no longer act to serve us in this particular time frame. So let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. Again, happy to pull confirmation cards or explain it more deeply if it doesn't make sense, but also remembering that this is a tarot deck unlike any other. We're truly not just using the archetypes of the archetypes of tarot. We're now using the archetypes of Greek mythology and tarot together to deepen into this reading. So if you hear me talk about a specific character, a specific myth, that is your invitation to do a little bit of research, to Google who are these people that she talks about. Maybe I remember a little bit of the story. I recall these names and places, but now I'm going to do a little bit of digging to deepen into this reading, because how I explain it to you or how another receives that message may not be as impactful as when you go and check it out yourself. Now, confirmation for me on this wish fulfillment is absolutely present with the Seven of Cups. So 279, my birthday is 7/29, so I actually think it's hysterical that the first three cards that we're pulling are an iteration of my birthday. But just another beautiful confirmation of how much magic is waiting for you is the Seven of Cups. The Pegasus, born from Medusa's head, the blood that spilled from her head when she was brutally and so unjustifiably killed by Perseus as the Gorgon, the hideous creature with snakes that everybody feared. Pegasus was born from that, and Pegasus is unlike any ordinary horse. As you see, she is a beautiful winged horse that can fly off to faraway lands. You see the clouds, you see there's a beautiful pool of water for her to gaze in. She can gaze in her gigantic drinking cup of water. Again, water sign astrology may be pertinent for you. It may not only be in your rising sign, it may be your moon sign, but it also may mean that this next water sign that we have coming up, or the previous water sign, has been super impactful for you. And it's about filling your own cup, right? Pegasus, a magical creature, she knows if she doesn't have enough water, if she's not able to fill her own cup, if others can't fill that cup for her, she is able to fly away, or he, not gender specific, but of course, I prefer to embrace the divine feminine of it all, integrating that divine masculine piece myself as well for full clarity. But also, it's that sense of, I don't need to stay bound to this mortal plane, right? Maybe that's the rope that's tying you and keeping you in this mortal plane. I don't need to stay bound to these old storylines. I don't need to stay bound to these people that are not understanding my mission and vision, this is my invitation and your invitation to escape off to those dreamy, magical lands where you are able to create the life that you truly dream, which, especially in these last few weeks of the new year, don't wait for January 1st to start making your dreams come true. This is absolutely an invitation to step in right here, right now, and say, okay, let's vision board it. Let's plan for it. Let's start posting the content about it. Let's start bringing it actively into our view. Because even as Pam Gregory says, my good friend Jai Gobind, if you are actively working to bring that out in these next full moon, new moon cycles that we just ended and are entering in on December 19th, now you're already ahead of the game, whereas everybody else is waiting for the calendar and the clock to strike midnight at January 1st. And so you're already behind the 8 ball and wondering, well, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I'm already seeing other people do it. How do I catch up? We're Leos. We're kings and queens of the jungle. We lead the charge. We are unafraid to move. In fact, we inspire others to move when they see us move. So what are you doing actively right now that is going to change your future so that you already feel like you're ahead of the race and you're no longer quagmired in that labyrinth? Now, the next card coming up is the Devil card. And again, the Devil card doesn't mean, oh my God, the devil's like evil entities are watching you. Awful things are going to happen. No, 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 no. The Devil, again, here signified by the previous full moon, the astrology, the powerful astrology that's happening behind us, is here to signify what illusions may you still be under that no longer serve you. It's time to release that. You'll also notice all these cards are coming in face up. They're not in reverse, so to say, facing away from you or myself as I read. So what illusions have you allowed yourself to be under? Are you still undergoing imposter syndrome? Are you allowing yourself to judge a book by its cover? Are you allowing others to judge that book? Or are you saying, I own my truth, I know my truth, I know that I play beautiful music? The Devil in this Greek mythology deck is Pan, the son of Hermes, Hermes, the Master Alchemist Tarot deck. And he, while being this hideous half-goat, half-man creature, is truly the embodiment, right, of the devil, in the sense that people fear him, people run from him, they want nothing to do with him, scary, ooh. But Pan plays the most beautiful flute music, is the inventor of the pan flute. So instead of sit and be with people that choose not to understand him, not to understand what he has to offer, he's seen here sitting alone at night in the forest with his pisum pipe, with his magical mushrooms here, and just saying, I'm at peace, I'm happy, I know I'm going to find these beautiful forest creatures that are going to understand and be attracted to my beautiful music, and so I am under no illusions of what I have to offer. And in fact, like a Leo, I am so comfortable sitting out here in stillness, just focusing on my goals, my skills, what it is that I want to learn and bring out into this beautiful world in this moment of darkness, the solstice, right, of the darkest months of the year, so that when we're ready to pop out and show everybody that we are the alchemists that make our dreams come true, that we are ready to unleash and release our beautiful music on the world without any wonders or worries about who's going to receive it with the most beautiful energy and frequency that we have to offer. So again, I think really beautiful reading so far, reminding you, Leo, that you have the power and the ability to control who sees and feels your energy and who does it in a really beautiful, genuine way, so that you can align yourself with more of those beautiful souls in the future. Finally, I like to pull 6 to 8 cards that tell me a story, and I feel like these 6 cards tell Leo the beautiful story that they need to know for this week starting on December 8th of 2025, the second week of the end of this year. And here we have Justice and the Three of Wands in reverse. So we'll talk about this reverse card a little bit more, but let's start with Justice. Justice literally means, for a lot of people, justice. You're finalizing some contracts. Maybe you're starting new contracts with other people, right? Maybe you are clearing up some legal issues that have been tied to you that no longer you want to carry into this new year. Maybe you're just seeking balance, right? The Libra scales of balance here. Maybe Libra, and again, that full moon, that super moon season were impactful for you. You are finally receiving your justice, your balance, Leo, if that comes in the form of new contracts, working with new people to make your dreams come true. And it could also mean that you're winning court battles, right? It means that you are getting all the tools back that you need to step into this week, into this new year, without having to worry about all the old pieces that may have been bogging you down. When I also see Daddy Zeus here, Zeus, father of Hermes, that to me is also placed strategically in this Hermes Master Alchemist Tarot deck to let me know that absolutely my spirit guides, my ancestors, my late father are watching over me. They are there ensuring that the contracts come through beautifully. The court cases clear up beautifully. People that are no longer in balance in my life are out of it, and I can now seek the balance that I claim within, or have the strength to allow people to step out of my life so that more beautifully aligned people can step in. Of course, my spirit guides, my ancestors, my loved ones are watching over me at all times. And of course, they're going to make sure that everything that's meant to be comes through for me in the most beautifully divine way that it's meant to. So Justice card and any card that I see with Zeus in it absolutely confirms to me that I'm not doing this alone, that my energy is not just being put forth exclusively by me. I am being pushed and motivated by the universe to do these things because the universe wants what I want. The universe wants what you want, and the universe wants you to be back in balance so that you can bring these beautiful creations into fruition as we move into this 1 year, 2026, add all the numbers up. It's a 1 year, it's a complete rebirth, it's a start over as we end this 2025 9-year, signifying completion. Now, the final card in this story I think is also very interesting. It's the Three of Wands. Wands is fire sign astrology, fire sign energy. Wands is the card of creation, innovation. So Leo, what are you creating? What are you innovating that you're still unsure of? That's what the reverse card tells me. You have a lot of ideas, a lot of things on your heart and mind. If you're like me, you're working on a podcast. You've got multiple books that you're selling and writing new ones for the new year. You're recording and releasing new music. You're learning an instrument. Maybe you're working on a language, a new hobby, right? What are you creating and innovating with this Wands card that may still not have full clarity for you? You may still be under some illusions about, right, with the Devil card, but that are absolutely going to bring in the most magical 2026 of your life and be your wish fulfillment, right? That's what this story is telling me, that your wishes and your wildest dreams are waiting to be fulfilled, but you may still be wishy-washy on how you're going to accomplish that. Remember, this is not the spiral for more contemplation and planning, and let me ask ChatGPT the best way to do it, and let me talk with my friends about it for hours and hours on end. No, that is the old way of being. That is the old way of doing things. What are we actively creating right now and releasing and unleashing on the world right now that is going to bring about our wildest dreams through fire sign energy, creation, and innovation? And look, we still have that powerful full moon energy behind us. Just because the full moon happened over the weekend a few days ago doesn't mean we're not still in the murky quagmire, in that full moon hangover energy where we can use it to throw ourselves into the future before we get to the new year. This card is the card of the Trojan horse as well. So the Trojan horse may be a significant myth for you to check out as well. The Trojan horse was presented by the opposing army during the Trojan War to apologize for destroying a statue of Athena. And the opposing army said, oh my gosh, look at them all surrounding it, admiring it, saying, yeah, of course they should give us a gift. Of course they should apologize for what they did. Little do they know, within the body of this horse, 40 gladiators are waiting to pop out and to be victorious in the Trojan War. But what you're creating, what you're innovating, what they innovated was never before seen. So nobody knew that that's what was waiting inside. So that is my message for you, Leo. What are you working on that nobody's ever seen before, whether it be in the world or from you, that you're ready to pop out with, that's going to shock everybody and just absolutely bowl them over and lead to your ultimate wishes being fulfilled, your ultimate victory, that your spirit guides, ancestors, source is saying, do it. Do it. This is how you get back in balance. This is how you get your contracts. This is how you get your justice. But you got to do it. You got to take that swift fire energy, creation, innovation energy, and you got to do it. And as we know, when you take the energy of fire, it is fast moving energy. It is swift energy, right? If you've ever started a fire that's gotten out of control quickly, you know, just like a Leo, that fire waits for nobody. It burns bright regardless of if you're ready for it. So ready or not, here you come, Leo. It is time for you to take that swift action and see what happens. Now, if you've made it this far in the reading and you haven't liked, commented, followed me, or shared this video, I graciously ask you again to do so, as it not only helps myself, again, as an independent author and creator, but you are helping others find this beautiful, divinely timed reading and enter them into this beautiful space that we are creating together, so that more beautiful and fully spiritually embodied souls like yourself are able to join us and understand the power of these divination tools in future readings. And I'm also getting ready to show you the beautiful celestial kin. I was going to say successful. Freudian slip. She thinks not. I want to invite you to guess, who do you think this card is from? Is it from the Anunnaki? Is it from the Pleiadians? Is it from the Arcturians? Is it from the Andromedans? The Lyrans? Right? Just a few of the beings that are featured in this first of its kind Celestial Kin Alien Oracle deck, because we do have a beautifully aligned message to share that I'm ready to reveal to you. But this is your last chance to guess and put in the comments what you think this message is and who you think sent the message to you. So let's dive in. I'm very excited for you to hear this. All right, here we go. So this message is from the Orion beings. Orion beings focus on wisdom, clarity, transformation, self-mastery, and navigating duality. They are known for their diverse nature, with both benevolent and more challenging factions. Their messages carry balance of pragmatism or practicality, wisdom, empowerment, and encourage you to face challenges with strength and intention. You are reminded to stay grounded in truth, integrate your shadow, and seek alignment with your higher purpose. Again, that Three of Wands. What is your higher purpose? And also 3, you may be creating this not just individually like an ace would suggest. You may be creating this with a group. So how are you aligning with that group to make this happen for yourself even more swiftly than you could do individually? If that feels icky sticky for you, always follow what your intuition is telling you, but be open to the fact that there are more possibilities than just the one that you see or seek directly before you, or based on the old story, the old narratives, the old timeline that we've held to, that we feel and we see is actively falling away beneath our feet as we take those steps forward. So this card is telling us to rise above fear-based narratives. So this oracle message, when we deepen into it, is telling us fear is the oldest control mechanism. Recognize when fear is being used to manipulate or suppress you. Fear may feel real, but it often lacks substance. Step into your power and observe without succumbing. The guidance from the Orion beings is to practice self-awareness and emotional resilience. When fear arises, ask yourself if it serves a purpose or if it's simply holding you back. So a beautiful message for a beautiful soul, for a beautiful day, and a beautiful week ahead. So Leo, again, if you haven't already, please like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, all the things. And if you like this message, please go find these beautiful card decks, not only on the TikTok shop at Spiritual Storyteller Podcast, but you can follow me individually. Music by Tracy is one of my handles. And also on TikTok, I started a new account at Music by Tracy, spelled Traxy, because somebody had already taken Tracy. But you can also find my high vibrational music available on Spotify as well. Just this beautiful face and Tracy, Tracy, all the things. And if you want to join my Patreon page, I'm also offering coaching in the new year, not only spiritual coaching with a group, which I'm super excited to finally release and unleash on the world, but I will be offering individual coaching because in the last year, not only have I narrated audiobooks, released 3 books, self-published, won 2 international awards for my true crime fiction book, but I've been recording my own music that has gotten into documentaries, movies, television, topped the charts on Spotify in the Houston region. So I'm excited to show you not only how to do that yourself, if that is a calling on your heart, but I'm very excited and grateful to have the opportunity to work with you and help you bring those dreams that you have into the world as you release any illusions and any bindings to how it coulda, woulda, shoulda been, and show you how it can be when you're ready to take that fiery, swift action energy forward. So have a beautiful day, Leo, and remember, rise above the fear-based narratives because you are divine and you make your dreams come true. Until next time.